always here.
Yeah.
Always present. Always watching.
And then we have a new guest.
Our guest today is Tom.
Hello.
He's making me play Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Making.
Totally your own
There's
choice.
no evidence that this is coercion.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all.
It's kind of intense music, but that's okay. Start. I'm pressing start.
Not that start.
Not that one.
What?
Okay.
It's
B1 Hannah's using a new interface today. It's not a keyboard or a mouse or a joystick. She's actually got a real controller in her hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It was a PS1 exclusive originally.
Yeah. So originally it was on the PS1. Later it got ported to the Sega Saturn. It might have been Sega Saturn.
Sega had a bunch of
or
weird
Mega CD drive.
Mega Drive.
It might have been Mega Drive.
Some
it
sort
was
of
a Sega console. Yeah.
How do I cancel?
There you go.
What do I press to move?
This is gonna be fun.
What do you mean, move the what?
To get out of this screen.
How to progress forward, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you're not using a PlayStation 1 controller because we didn't have one available, so the buttons don't match.
Are you ready for some Shakespearean acting there?
Yeah.
Should I even technically be playing this? I don't think women had rights in 1792.
That's true, especially not... Yeah,
I mean,
not in medieval
Transylvania.
Transylvania.
Yeah.
That wasn't medieval.
The
that
country, right? Romania is the country?
Yeah, Transylvania is a country.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know what country this.
Pretty sure it's a city.
I assume Transylvania.
Romania.
So PlayStation 1, introduction of 3D graphics.
Right.
The design team decides to say, fuck that.
This does look pretty nice.
We're going to make, like, this intro is
for
cool.
whatever year it came out.
And it's the iconic Castlevania castle.
Yeah,
But they decide to go 1D, 2D, really nice pixel art.
I think that, the 3D art for the animation, like these cutscenes, is what they decided on because they weren't quite ready to move to 3D. I think they wanted to stick to 2D because the assistant producer for this game, Koji Igarashi, makes pretty much the rest of the Castlevania games, I think, from here on out. Or at least he is the producer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so. This is the first, like, the marking point of where they kind of split off from the traditional Castlevania.
Right. It started out on the NES. There were a handful of games. I don't remember how many. Maybe 5.
There was 3.
This is also really intense.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were 3 games on the NES, and then there was Super Castlevania, Super Nintendo.
That's my.
I like that he's got a Super Sentai.
Like, Richter. I think he's supposed to be a martial artist in the story.
Yeah.
I
believe that's the case. I'm not a aficionado of Castlevania by any stretch of the word, but I do remember Richter being like.
Richter,
brute force kind of guy.
Oh, so your whip is on fire right now. So that power up makes your
it's like a temporary buff, pretty much.
That's cool.
All right, here we go.
Oh no, here he is.
Die, monster! You don't
this
belong
voice acting
in this
is
world.
This voice acting
was cool back in the day, I'm sure. This is the iconic Symphony of the Night scene.
Not good.
This is the best.
Who wish to pay
It's not
me
good.
This is the best scene in the whole series, in my opinion.
tribute?
Yeah.
You steal
So
men's
there are
souls
essentially,
and
I
make
think,
them your
3
slaves.
Castlevania sub-series, right? There's the original NES to SNES. Then there's this up until Dawn of Sorrow.
So, sort of, this is the first game that marks the whole not using just the whip and the sub-weapon.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
That's the best.
Yeah,
Isn't that a song?
How about you?
I don't know if it's a song, but I was wondering if that's a quote from something else. I feel like it is. I feel like I looked
Sounds
it up once.
Shakespearean.
It's definitely written to be like Shakespearean.
Nice.
Definitely.
That whole monologue is pretty much like that.
He's laughing.
Yeah. Well, because he's
Dracula.
He's got you. He's clutched us.
Yeah, so for this fight, all you have to do is
nice.
just jump in and hit him in the head.
I'm trying, guys.
So every time you can only hold one item, so you're gonna.
You're just gonna be picking that up left and right. Depends on
I
what you
didn't
want.
get him.
You look at you. You're like rocking out. You're jumping fireballs.
Yeah, so Hannah, is this your first console game?
I mean,
Well,
she's played.
yes.
Played like, but it's been like Captain Toad.
Yeah,
or
I played
Mario
Captain
Kart.
Toad. There's
She's
no
still a
stress.
casualist.
Damn it. There's
of
no
all
stress
gamers.
in Captain Toad.
That's
Right?
not true. Remember that Eagle boss fight? You
That
were
Eagle
stressing
boss fight was bullshit. No, I need to get closer.
So Tom, since
He's
you're bringing
gonna
this
kill
game,
me, you guys.
tell us a
He's
little
gonna
bit
kill
about
me
your
and I'm
history
gonna
with
have to start
Yes.
Castlevania.
So when did you first play Symphony of the Night?
So
specifically?
the first Castlevania I started with was actually Circle of the Moon, which is a Game Boy Advance
damn
game.
it.
Yeah.
Like most
pray, little
series
girl.
that I played as a kid, I never started with like
Thoughts
the
and prayers.
iconic.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. And then there's this part, which is also super anime.
What is the animal
I guess
about?
transparency report. We have played the first 20 minutes of this game previously. We didn't have any game audio.
It
We
was
fixed
practice.
Yeah.
It was a practice run.
Hence why Hannah's got some proficiency
Yeah.
in it. She's had time to
Oh, nice.
a
Yeah.
little bit.
Look at you. That's like
Yeah.
that was some
That was just
Stop
MLG
fireballs.
pro
Oh.
like headshot.
Game's done quick next time.
That'll be in a reel later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good.
Trying.
We
So-
gotta do a highlight reel of like
I'm trying.
her attempt at taking off and then this. Those are the two
I
highlights.
would love to get like, do we still have a tablet
My
or
attempt
whatever
at
for like when we were still
taking
doing like
off.
highlight
Max
draws?
still does.
Max still does? I would love to do like a bit where I like John Madden some of her shit.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think that'd be fucking hilarious.
Okay, so sorry, we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Tom, you want to tell
history.
us?
You said your
Right.
first-
So the first one I started with is one that not many
Why
Castlevania
does
players
he change
really
into a lizard?
know about.
I think it's just a team.
Yeah, so Dracula has like a second form, like every big
That is
antagonist.
one bottle more.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You just gotta hit him over and
His
over
power
again.
level is clocked
We're not
well
even
over
taking
above a
damage.
million right now.
Yeah, I started on Circle of the Moon for the Game Boy, and there's the Castlevanias most people remember are
That's
Symphony
Look
of
at
Night
that!
and
This seems to be a really common jumping in point
I
for
think I
people.
got him.
Yeah, this is one of the more popular ones because this was one of the first non-linear Castlevanias. It's also one of the
Okay.
first Castlevanias where you're
So now
not
I
playing
get
as
this
the Belmont
backstory.
clan. You don't have to.
I
use a
played
whip.
Richter Belmont, a legendary vampire hunter who finally ended the menace of Count Dracula, Lord of Vampires, who had been brought back from the grave by the Dark Priest Shaft. Which I'm pretty sure I thought Shaft was a good guy, but clearly I'm wrong.
I like that they call him a dark priest.
Don't go
Oh
there.
yeah.
Oh.
No
One
context
night, 4
there.
years later,
We're doing
under
that.
glare of a full moon, Richter mysteriously vanished. No idea where to begin. Maria Renard. You know what, you guys just watch the Netflix show.
This has nothing to do with that. This is a
This is
Characters
Richter.
are the same.
It
The
pretty much
characters
sets up
are
That
the
show
the
was
same.
Trevor. This is
Yeah.
Richter. This is like his great
the
grandson,
drunkard.
right?
It's the
Yeah.
same family.
Trevor,
But wasn't
Simon.
Maria the wife?
There's a lot of
Maria
Marias.
Renard was the one who came and was like, I'm a scientist. And Dracula's like, that's
Yes,
really
That's
hot.
really
No,
hot. I
that's-
like
So
me.
here, it's
That's
the very same
decent.
Alucard.
I like
but
me a
teamed up
woman
with Trevor
instead,
Belmont
man.
to
Right.
battle his immoral father, Count Vlad Tepish Dracula. Alucard, in order to purge the world of his own cursed bloodline, had
Alucard
submerged.
goes into a slumber.
Yeah.
Like, the Winter
But now
Soldier.
he's awake and aware that evil once again at work in his homeland.
So Alucard is, if
Time
you
to
remember
go
the
fight
show,
forces of good and
Alucard
evil.
is the one that has the
Good
black
job.
jacket with the gold lining.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
wake him
It's-
up in the
they
show.
wake him
Yeah,
up.
literally
sleeping
it's
savior that they
spot
talk about
on
in the
of
thing.
jacket he wears in this
Yeah.
game.
Well, the show I think was
The
super
show-
faithful to those.
It's
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
favorite video game.
The
like,
show was
adaptation of all time.
actually pretty good.
Yeah, you
Having
watched it.
never
And season
played
2
the
coming out
game,
this summer. What's up?
I watched it and I really liked it. Granted, I think it could have just been made into one film because I don't even think the episodes are.
It was 4 episodes.
Yeah, it was like
It's
4
4
episodes,
episodes, but I don't even know
or-
if they're like a full
I think
20
it's half
minutes.
an hour. Yeah, or like 20
Like
minutes.
they're
something like
good.
that.
They go by so quickly.
But that might have just been how
But
good
I
the pacing
really-
was.
Yeah.
I really liked it, and I hated how it ended because it definitely ended on a cliffhanger.
Well, it was like an introductory.
Just
It
get the band
ended
together.
before the series really started.
Yeah.
It
It's
was
a
like,
prologue to
So
yeah.
now
It's based
you're-
off of the third game.
It is.
Alright,
and
so
Which takes place
I'm
before the first
Alucard.
game,
Okay,
I
so
believe.
jump,
Jump.
whip, no
That's a
sword,
sword, thank you.
whatever, sword.
Yeah. Later
a
on,
long,
Yeah.
pointy, hard
Okay.
steel whip.
Shield.
Yeah.
you get a handgun at one point, but if I remember correctly, its damage is so bad there's
That
no
was a
point.
poor
in it.
dog.
Oh, it's like those
This
early
thing.
like musket ball
Yeah.
guns.
In this
I would have
game-
loved he gets like an M16 and he just like fucking.
Oh my god.
It turns out it's not 1792. It's like
Alright,
1992.
He just has like an old like cavalry like musket with a bayonet. It takes him 2 minutes to reload.
You're good.
Oh, that'd be the sickest thing.
You're good.
So Tom,
Oh,
when
come
did you
on.
first play this game?
So I didn't play this game on the PS1. I actually played it on the Xbox 360 port, which it removed those like full motion video cutscenes.
Yeah. Did they change the voice acting?
No, they leave all the voice acting, all
nice.
the soundtracks the same. There might be some like small game fixes, but I played it on the Xbox. The first summer I was in high school, in like 2009, I think is when around when it was out.
Yeah.
And there's not too much different from the port, but
Oh.
Chicken!
Chicken! Oh no, World of Hot Rod.
that is an homage to
It
the
ain't churches.
game.
Yeah, Hannah, if you ever played, which you probably won't, but the original Nintendo. I don't know, did any of us play the original Castlevania?
I mean,
I played
have
it.
so
I didn't
I've
play it
played
like when
a
it was.
little bit.
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't
played it as a
alive when it was
child.
around, but yeah,
Yeah.
I played it as a teenager.
That's That's a trope.
I wanna
You
say-
destroy walls
yeah.
and get chicken that hits you.
Yeah.
So what does the chicken do?
It gives you life back. So the hearts, despite what you may think, although you're not really familiar with tropes of this game.
This game's interface is weird. Your health is actually the number in the top left.
Yeah.
That blue bar is your, I think your like mana or magic power, and the hearts are your
Hearts are your like
weapon.
ammo for steps.
Yeah. So you
Oh,
do have
really?
some
The
weapons.
hearts are not your health? I did not.
Hearts are not
follow
your
that.
health.
Yeah, I think
They've never
that's
been your
also from. It might have been in the first game. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Okay.
Yeah, that's held true.
Oh,
If you've
here's
watched the
death.
sequelitis, he talks about it a lot.
Yeah. So another common trope in Castlevania is that death is a recurring character. He's
Yeah,
one
it's
of-
Dracula's bitch.
He's one of his
I
right hand
think
Why-
he's the final bad guy, the secret bad guy in Dawn of Sorrow. I remember.
You fight
Uh,
death?
yeah, I believe
Sorrow?
so.
Yeah, that's like the last game of this timeline before they
So
reset
Dawn of
it.
Sorrow is part of the Castlevania series?
It's Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow.
There's like there's two timelines. There's the main timeline, which is like the best
Well,
majority
it's all
of
the
games.
same
Later.
timeline.
Well,
There's
Lords of
different
Shadow.
types of games.
Yeah, I was gonna say like there's some like
Because
Xbox
in that one,
360
Trevor
shit that come out.
becomes Dracula.
Oh yeah, I never read the story. I played like the demo once, but if that's the case, then
Those
yeah.
games
You
are
lost
their
all
own
your
thing.
weapons there.
Those two.
Yeah, I know I did. Now I have to
Now
punch.
you gotta go
I have
fisticuffs
to
that
go
shit.
get...
Yeah, so you will get
Clutch.
weapons here in a second.
Yeah.
If I can remember to jump. He is
Uh,
jump.
He is jump. Yes. But you gotta.
He almost, it's not even a jump, he like just
He, like,
levitates.
floats.
up.
He just
Yeah.
kind of glides, yeah.
They do a good job of making him feel
Oh.
otherworldly.
So I know in our mission statement we talked about like we wanted to talk about
I'm getting
stuff like the games and what they meant to us,
Yeah.
whatever. And I feel like we did do that a few times, but we never really made it a focus in the previous episodes.
Alright.
Maybe it's just me, but I just want to start talking about like because we go through like Indiana
Oh, okay.
Jones, we figured like we never played the whole thing,
Yeah.
so like your experience with it was pretty easy to talk about.
Yeah.
But we were done with it like after like the first.
Yeah, we were just
want to
playing the
equip
game.
your sword with their hand. Do you remember how to do that?
He didn't...
Start.
Oh, we didn't start. You didn't drop one.
He
Yeah.
didn't
Okay.
drop
Oh,
one.
he did. It just came up on your
Oh,
screen.
okay. So
It did?
so press
Yeah.
start. Yeah.
Okay.
I imagine
press
he's there to give you
pressing
your first
start.
weapon.
Yeah, basically.
B to equip.
So what were you trying to say? Nate?
So I was just
It's
thinking.
not
that-
a chicken, it's a pot roast.
Yes,
Yes.
we said that.
Yeah. Oh, you actually like don't just pick it up and like.
You have to use
Yeah,
it.
you
have to
you
use
pick
it.
up consumables that you can
Alright,
use
so
later.
B.
B and then go down to short sword. Press
B,
again.
and
That's
press
your main
start.
weapon.
Yep.
And then press start.
Okay.
So I was just thinking, like, because our mission statement was to talk about like our history with the game and our experiences and like
Yes.
why we like it and stuff. And I feel like we should, steer some of the conversation towards that a little bit more often. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we did that in the beginning of indie,
There
but
we
we
go.
soon became
Yeah.
all about trying to figure out how the fuck the game
There we
works.
go.
Yeah.
And then Warcraft
That
has
was
been mostly
intense.
dedicated to teaching Hannah how to
Oh,
play in the
you
first place.
bastard.
But I didn't really go into my
Yeah,
whole history with it. But I
yeah.
want to talk to Tom about his history with this.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
That's the
okay.
big one you like.
Start,
Um,
equip.
so Tom, you told us about your first game that you
Uh,
played, but what really got you? Like, what attracted you to the series in the first place?
Well, I got Circle of the Moon for the Game Boy because it was I think it was like the first game I got for it. So it was kind of one of those. Oh, it's the only game I have. I should just
you
play
played
the
the
hell
shit
out of it.
it.
And then I think I
Was it this type of
Alright.
Castlevania or was it the original?
Here we go.
It's more like the original in that you are like a whip user. You're not a
Keep
Belmont
Zoe.
clan person, but it's like the one
I don't
game
know
where
what
you
it
are
does.
like being trained by one of their descendants.
Gotcha. And it's not
Start.
the big map,
Hold
it's
up.
going room to room kind of.
No, so it was big map. This is after Symphony of the Night.
Okay.
So this is much later in the series. It's kind of a combination of both. The game that really got me into it was probably this game. After Circle of the Moon, I think the next game that I played was probably Dawn of Sorrow on the DS.
Yeah.
Guys,
Um,
how do I get this? There's a pill on the other side of this wall.
I think you have to come back to it
Get
later.
that?
Yeah, so that's a part of the game series is as you get different abilities,
Yeah.
you can get. Oh, you just open that door.
well, you go
Yeah,
right,
I
yeah,
did.
that door,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can
Well, do I go
access
back?
other areas. No, not yet.
You just
go
go
back.
to the left.
Yeah.
But you'll be able to circle back. This isn't a linear game. You'll be able to retrace your steps a bunch, which you will need to
I hate doing that.
do. Yeah. Well.
Yeah,
The
that's
Alchemy
staple of this
Laboratory.
game.
Ooh,
Yeah,
this
so
is new.
I remember this place having a pretty cool soundtrack.
Yeah.
A lot of this game's soundtrack is a mix of like old like orchestral music and like 90s like analog disco pops and
Chunk, chunk.
You got it. So you were saying after
Oh no.
the Game
you
Boy
guys.
Advance game, you played Dawn of Sorrow.
Right, and that was that game in particular kind of copies this system, where it's not just using a whip. You have whatever equipment or item that you can find, and that game was, I think, really well done.
Do I need to get rid of
Those
this
are
guy
spikes.
first? I know.
Oh, first death.
I
First
died.
death.
It's okay. You're a vampire. You can't really die.
And then of course this has to
Ooh.
have some extravagant game over screen.
Let us go out this evening for pleasure. The night is still young.
I think I looked it up, and it is a quote from something.
Dracula?
Yeah, something like that, or a quote from some other, like not Catholic.
Am I gonna have to start
biblical
completely
kind of
over
reference.
because I didn't stop and save anywhere?
Let's see.
We'll find out.
Press start.
Start. Let's find out.
I can't remember if it brings you. I'm pretty sure it'll put you back after the Dracula fight.
Well,
B.
Yep.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Hit B.
Great.
I
Yeah.
thought that it
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Great.
We didn't save.
So we got to get to a point where you can save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll probably in the next episode we'll catch. Like,
Do we just want to make this a longer one?
Well, I think in the next episode we'll catch up to where we were, and then we'll pick up where we left off last time. Oh, you're gonna write an expletive, Hannah? Well, hey, well this is a
one way to do
this
it.
is technically no, it's not a Nintendo game. I was like, can you
No.
write obscenities?
Oh,
Yeah,
they
I don't
weren't.
care.
They weren't checking.
You weren't
that.
online.
Because
at-
some Nintendo
Yeah.
games are like they will not let you do that.
Foie.
Foie.
It's hard to tell too because all of these characters
Letters.
are
Yeah,
like
the
super
U doesn't
gothic.
really look like
yeah.
a U.
IHOP? No.
I hate.
I hate you.
Very good. Can we play?
I hate
Yeah.
You gotta let it out, right?
Yeah. I hate.
Ihate.
Yeah.
What do I press?
Start.
Start button. Don't press the
Okay.
start button.
Here we go.
1792.
Back in time again to Romania.
So Dawn of Sorrow captured your interest.
Yeah, so Dawn of Sorrow was the first game that was kind of the two archetypes of Castlevania. Like, there's the whip using Belmont kind of games where
Yep.
you just have one weapon.
Yeah.
I get to
Uh,
be Victor, guys.
Dawn of Sorrow was one of the first
Vector,
ones that
Victor.
I played
I
that
don't
kind of
remember his name
made me
anymore.
realize, like, oh yeah, Castlevania has like a lot to it, right? There's a lot of backtracking, but there's also like so many different enemies and bosses. It's
So Hannah, what are you feeling about the game right now?
I'm just a little pissed that I'm back at the beginning.
yeah, that game will do that
I was
too.
getting so far.
Yeah.
I was feeling pretty good about myself.
So
Not anymore.
there's not auto saves. She's got to find a place.
Yeah, so there are
So-
save rooms. I think there's one.
Oh,
that
there's
goes
save
by where
rooms.
you go. Yeah, you have to go into this room, and then there's
That's
like
a-
So there's a minimal
Yeah.
level of sucking you can't be beneath.
So that
Yeah.
would have
Otherwise you
been.
can't do it.
There's no. This is
that would've
before
been
auto
nice.
saves.
Would have been nice
really
to
a thing.
know before starting.
Stealing
I don't think I can bypass this.
No.
Yeah, they make you watch
What
it.
is a
It's so
I
good.
love that line.
Yeah,
It's like my favorite line of all of the games.
Your
I don't know
words
why.
are as
It just seems
empty
like
as
pretty
your
iconic.
soul.
You know, honestly,
Mankind ill
I'm
needs
not-
a
I
savior
don't know.
such as you.
I don't think Dracula killed that
What
many
is a
people.
man?
Maybe he didn't.
A
this time.
miserable little pile
Maybe he had
of
reason to.
secrets. But enough talk. How about
Well,
you?
that's right. That's
You
the
playing the
backstory
devil's advocate
is-
there,
yeah.
Hannah?
I think originally he did.
I don't agree with killing people.
I mean,
They kind of
I
go
think
into that in this
historically
game.
he was Vlad the Impaler, right?
Well, historically, Dracula was based on Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah, but the character of Dracula was some other count from that.
Yeah, from that area, yeah.
That was the book named Dracula or was the book named Helsing?
No, it's Bram
Bram
Stoker's
Stoker's Dracula. It was that.
Yeah.
That's so. I read up on that book a little bit. I have yet to read it in and of itself, but apparently it's a really slow read because it was a series of installments.
Yeah, it was like novellas that were published.
Yeah, and it became one work after. It's not like it's horror, but not in the way that it traditionally is known. It's not like inherently scary in and of itself. It's a slow burn.
Well, and there's
It's
a
very eerie, and it's
More
almost like
psychological than
There's a
it's all
mystery
about-
involved,
It's
'cause
all
they
about
don't-
here telling.
Yeah, they don't know what he is at first because that hadn't Dracula hadn't been invented, so there was a
Right.
mystery for them to
Yeah.
figure out. They were like, why does he have these series of coffins with dirt in them?
Yeah.
They're trying to figure
And
out
his
like,
powers weren't like.
Yeah, hurry up and pray, little girl. What are you even doing? What is she doing here?
She's singing your thoughts and prayers.
There's some story from the game this is from.
Yeah, this is from an earlier.
Yeah, this is from the game right before Symphony of the Night, I think, from Rondo of Blood.
So just wail on him with your weapon.
You've got one on his face. Yeah.
That's our timer.
Yeah. You want to call it, or do you want to keep going?
Nope, I'm already here. So
Yeah, let's
just
finish
keep
this
going
fight
and
off,
then see if
and then
I
we'll-
can save when I become Alucard again.
Yeah.
We'll do this, we'll cut it, and we'll try and catch up really quick.
Yeah.
So we gotta go back and
Nope,
have
there we
Death
go.
mug us in the alley.
Now we got the lizard guy.
Yeah,
actually, that's a
Blizzard
good point.
Man.
I don't know why
Why don't we
he
cut
becomes the
here
lizard
and
man.
we'll start recording again once we're back in the report.
All right.
Hold on, let's finish this fight because it's gonna be
Yeah.
Lizard.
Why do you think he's a lizard?
That's what I don't know. I don't
Just
know
because he's
why.
green?
There's a theme throughout Castlevania. It's like Castlevania is not just about Dracula. There's always like Frankenstein and like
There's
other
monsters.
like,
Yeah, a lot
That
of
was
different
super cool.
devils.
How
a lot of like Castlevania is supposed to be like all of like
Alright.
mythology is coming to fight.
We can pass that.
Yep.
No, I can't.
All right.
I'm pressing start.
Thanks for playing with us, everyone.
We'll catch you guys. We'll
Thanks
catch
for
up and
playing.
we'll jump back in.
Yeah.